Okay, I think that should be right.
Thanks to our executive.
Our executive producer just popped in
just
to tell
helped
us.
us, because we would have been ranting. We would have been talked to each other here happily, you know. Yes. Hey, you can hear us.
Everything we
apparently.
were saying up to now was really, really interesting.
No.
It was super interesting, wasn't it, darling?
I know.
Probably the most interesting things we've ever said, and you've missed it. Let us know, folks, if the sound is on. And what we were saying is that the whole YouTube thing has been interesting, and last week Scott had sort of said to his mum and dad as they were watching, like, wow, it's like they're real YouTubers or something. And this week James has been saying to us, you do know that you're going to need a lot more viewers if you're going to see any revenue.
Revenue is the
and we
word.
said, what do you mean? He said, well, you know, like ad revenue. You need like thousands of views, not just a couple of hundred, if you're going to get any ad revenue.
And I didn't even know what it was. Kind of, I know what it is, but I didn't know that it was anything you could do.
Absolutely. So apparently you will have seen an advert when you logged onto this. It's not our fault. We haven't asked there to be any adverts. We are not doing anything to try and we weren't doing anything to try and make any money off this, were we?
No,
however,
not us. But
like real YouTubers,
we are.
we have a sponsor, don't we?
We have a sponsor.
This episode.
And it is amazing sponsor.
It is an amazing sponsor. This is my brother. He wants me to mention his project, or my brother and his family. They're in the chat room as Bertie Learning, and it's a project that my brother's got going. Him and his wife and a whole team of people have designed and made an early years learning calendar.
It's lovely. I like it.
Yeah, there's a page for every day with educational things on it, and they asked me to mention it, which we are doing. I think Leah is in the chat room as Bertie Learning, and I think she's going to pop a link in the chat room, I think. So if you fancy an early years fun learning calendar, you can get across. And just so that our son could be entertained, he's going to give me 50p for having mentioned this, so that they count as real sponsors.
Lovely. Thank you. That's it. And
all right, folks.
Some of you already have had that calendar from last year from us, and it was lovely. I really thought it was brilliant, so well done.
Lots of people are asking us when we're going to have our own merch, and ask people to go to our merch shop. I think that would rely far too much on us being organised, wouldn't it?
I want knitted Christmas baubles.
Yes, from Arne and Carlos.
That could be our merch.
Yeah, it could be.
With the M and K. Yes. So, stop. Let's sing.
Let's sing some stuff, shall we? Okay, shall we start with chicken tikka, because that seemed to be a real favourite last week.
But you make me again wanting to have Indian food, and we're not having Indian food today.
That is true. There we go. Leah says thanks, Matt. Great stuff. So we're doing chicken tikka starter, chicken tikka starter, chicken tikka starter, and a pilau rice. 2, 3, 4.
Chicken tikka starter, chicken tikka starter, chicken tikka starter,
and a pilau rice. Once more.
Chicken tikka starter, chicken tikka starter, chicken tikka starter,
and a pilau rice. One more time.
Chicken tikka starter, chicken tikka starter, chicken tikka starter,
and a pilau rice.
It's the last one.
Hi, Mike. Mike from Canada. He's in the chat room. Good to see Mike. You're waving at that screen, but the camera's there, darling. Hi, Mike. Actually, the Bertie Learning thing, the Canadians had a big input to that. It was Brad's that did all of the pictures.
Yes,
so,
and
it's a whole
lovely.
kind of
Brilliant.
international effort, isn't it?
Yes.
Darling, I have another one for you.
Oh, wow.
It goes, chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager, chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager, chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager, and a pilau rice.
Well,
it's the adult version.
But I don't like lager. You're just showing off.
Let's go. Chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager. Chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager. Chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager. And a pila rice. There's no need to be quite so angry at me, darling.
No. Look at your. I'm just looking.
1, 2, 3. Chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager. Chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager. Chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager. And a pila rice. Still can't play in C sharp major. Last one. Chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager. Chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager. Chicken tikka mango chutney and a pint of lager. And a pila rice. Great fun. I thought we'd do a hallelujah today.
Okay.
But it's slightly different from the one that we did the first week. Just keeping up with the chat there, sorry. We're going to do it just from a fourth, so like this. Hallelujah.
Fair enough.
Let's breathe well before we start, unlike I did that time. And... one more time. Hallelujah. What am I doing? I can't remember what key we're in, I'm so sorry. Whoops, I beg your pardon. Alright folks, listen, let's get on. Hopefully you've had a look at the songbook. I have been unable to print it off this week because our printer seems to be on the blink. But there is, if you've not already got it, in the description of the video, there's a link to a Google Drive document, and it's a PDF with the words of all the songs that we're going to do this afternoon. And the first one is going to be While Shepherds Watched Their Flocks by Night. So it's, first of all, it's going to be the traditional tune. Shall we sing the first verse?
Yeah.
So the traditional tune is like this. While shepherds watched their flocks by night, all seated on the ground, the angel of the Lord came down, and glory shone around. Okay, there's the traditional tune. It's going to be with organ accompaniment. We're going to do it unison first verse. And then harmony, 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 unison. But of course, good people at home can sing unison all the way through.
How many verses are we doing?
6, I believe.
Oh,
I think
wow.
there are 6 on the PDF.
We're not doing the descant, so whoever wants to do descant at home, please feel free.
Yeah, that's right, Ruby, you got it. Nice. And then the whole family are there with Mike as well, that's cool. So here we go, I think I've got the right sounds here. Shall we have it more? Let's go! While shepherds watch their flocks by night, all seated on the ground, the angel of the Lord came down, and glory shone around. do like that one. Now, our executive producer is going to come and join us next. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that song, if you don't mind, folks, because there was, I can't remember which king it was. It might have been a James, actually. It might have been a King James, who in Britain declared that you were only allowed words in church that were actually directly from the Bible. So that put the kibosh on a lot of hymns and things like that that used words that weren't strictly biblical text. But he did make an exception for this one poem because he declared that it was so close to the original Bible words that he would allow this particular poem in church. And as a consequence of that, there were many different versions of... I've just dropped your bells, darling. I've just dropped your bells on the floor. There were many... No, it's all right, thank you, James. There were many different versions of music for the same
not there.
words.
No, just...
That's fine, James, that's fine. And we're going to do one for you. So we mentioned last week that we're going to have a little folk theme. I've been very interested for a few years in the work of this guy, Ian Russell, Professor Ian Russell. As far as I can make out, he's a professor at Aberdeen, I think, University, who does, I guess you'd call him an ethnomusicologist or something, and he does research into traditional carol music from the Yorkshire and Derbyshire region. And this is the Sheffield Carol Book.
The kind of that we are still sometimes sang in those pubs, and it's a wonderful tradition.
Yeah, and these are mainly, it's a set of carols that are mainly from a few manuscripts that existed in the villages on the outskirts of Sheffield, and as you say, can still be heard today. And so we're going to do one. The tune is called Athorn, and it's got the same words as While Shepherds Watched. We're not going to do all 6 verses, you'll be glad to know. We're going to do 2 verses. We're going to do the first verse and the last verse, okay? And we're going to do this along with a backing that we've got here, because it's 4 parts, and I've recorded the other parts. So here we go. I hope you enjoy this Sheffield Village Carol. While shepherds watch the flocks by night, all seated on the ground,
the angel of the Lord came down.
The angel of the Lord came down. The angel of the Lord came down, and glory shone around. All glory be to God on high, and to the earth be peace. Goodwill henceforth from heaven to men. Goodwill henceforth from heaven to men. Goodwill henceforth from heaven to men. Begin and never cease. I do like that one.
So do I. A lot.
It turns out that wasn't quite how we practiced it at the start.
No, it wasn't, and I don't...
I got in trouble about that.
Yes.
Yeah, never mind.
So when do you want me back?
We'll give you a shout, James, shall we? We want you back...
Why don't you just tell it to the stream?
We'll tell it to the stream.
We tell it
Thanks
to
for
the
singing
stream.
that for us,
So
James.
you've got to do some more talking.
That one, the reason James was able to come in and do that one is I did that one with the boys' choir because
And it sounds lovely.
those old village carols, they're just that little bit more boisterous, and you know that suits the lads quite well.
Yes.
Listen, we're going to go next from something quite biblical, obviously, into you know, the most commercial thing that you could possibly wish for. We're going to do Silver Bells, aren't we?
Oh, we are.
Yeah,
Oh,
Katy
we
gets
are.
to play her bells here.
Matt showed me how to play them properly, and I thought that was quite pathetic. You're supposed to do this.
It's not...
Not gonna do that way. No.
Okay, you're going to definitely not do that. And in this, we've got a verse here, which is not very well known, and it talks all about how emotional Christmas is and everything, and meeting up with family, and it talks about devotional thoughts, which I guess is that kind of religious kind of thoughts or whatever. But then it says that here is what Christmas means to us, and essentially what it means is shopping and buying stuff.
But it is one of the favourites of some of your choirs, so off you go, you know.
Oh, James, I don't know if you're looking at the chat, but Mike says, nice haircut. That was yesterday's job, Mike. He had his last session at the football club that he'd been to, and as soon as we finished there, I took him down to the hairdressers and he got a haircut. So, yes, he's much smarter than last week, isn't he?
We're getting there for Christmas, aren't we?
We're assuming that you all know the tune of this. It's the standard city sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. I hope you all know that. I'm assuming you do. Virtually everybody's got that CD, haven't they? That's called 100 best ever Christmas songs in the world ever on 3 CD box set. And this is always one of those, isn't it? So here we go. Christmas makes you feel emotional. Its favourite parties or thoughts devotional. Whatever happens or what may be, here is what Christmas time means to me. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, little laughing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you hear, go for it, darling, silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Busy street lights, even stoplights, blinking bright red and green, as the shoppers rush home with the treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big day, and above all this bustle you hear silver bells, darling, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Thank you, darling. I don't know if Mr. Thompson is here today, but he'll be pulling his hair out if he is, because I did that same little stupid chord sequence, that Disney ending at the end of one of the songs the other day as he was walking past my practice room, and he leaned in and he said, "Sir, look, that's just unacceptable. You can't be doing that."
There we are.
We like that one on the Bob Dylan version, don't we?
Oh, it's brilliant. Bob Dylan's Christmas album is, I think, it's one of my favourites.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
It's
called
lovely.
Christmas in the Heart, I think.
Yeah, you had that version of Christmas in mind, but it's not that. It's Christmas at heart.
Christmas in the Heart, Christmas at the Heart.
I don't know.
Something like that.
Something.
And it's everything you
brilliant.
want a Christmas album from Bob Dylan to be. It's so good. It verges. It flips between really quite funny and really quite sentimental, and it does everything in the past.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, everything in between. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
lovely.
And then last year,
Quite undescribable, really. I know you tried your best there, but
yeah, it is.
you just
I
have to
highly
kind
recommend it.
I suppose you have to listen yourself and
And then another favourite of ours, which we've been listening to this year, is Bella Fleck.
Oh, Bella Fleck, yes, amazing.
And this resulted in, because last year, it was about the 5th year, I think, that we'd listened to the Bob Dylan Christmas album, and we started saying, oh, maybe there's something
we do listen to some other ones, so it's not just that, but...
And you said, what other people might have done a Christmas album?
Like
and
random combination.
I don't know. And you said, what about Bella Fleck?
Bella Fleck has that?
And I said...
You ridiculed me.
I did, I poo-pooed it.
Yes.
I said, don't be ridiculous, of course they won't have done a Christmas album. So, but they had.
I just found it.
And it's fantastic.
Yes.
So Bella Fleck is a banjo player.
Wonderful.
Amongst probably the best banjo players that have ever lived.
Really great.
He does some stupid things like he's done a banjo version of the whole of the Bach violin suite.
In this, just in case children are watching, stupid thing is like the good thing at this moment, like this.
Yeah, but I mean, no one wants to hear a banjo playing the violin suites, do they? I don't think. But anyway, he has this band, the Flecktones, and they're a jazz fusion band, and it's got Barney Wooten on, Victor Wooten on the bass. He's the guy that invented this double slap technique, and an incredible saxophonist, and then a guy that does the drums. It's all electronic, but it's not programmed. He's doing it in real time, and it's all finger drumming. It's absolutely incredible. And then he's done lots of collaborations with things like people like cellists and bass players. He regularly features a bassoonist in his band, all doing jazz fusion stuff. And then also, most famously probably, a Tuvan throat singer.
Oh, yes.
So this album is called Jingle All the Way, and it features jingle bells all through the album, often by this Mongolian throat singer, which is really kind of appropriate because there is a strong tradition of horsecraft in Mongolia and in Tuva. But we listened to it the first time last year, didn't we? And the first time we ever listened to it, we were both nearly crying because at one point you just said, "This is brilliant."
Yes.
And it really is, isn't it?
It is good.
It's so joyful.
It's lovely and so well made.
There's the Sugar Plum Fairy on there. There's Sleigh Ride, this kind of bluegrass version of Sleigh Ride. There's an amazing bass guitar solo version of Chestnuts Roasting.
I'm brushing you.
Yeah, we need to get on, don't we?
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Okay, we're going to sing Rudolph, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Where's my copy of Rudolph?
Don't we need James there for that? Oh.
Now, Marie says she hopes that we're going to add the extra words. I have to confess, Marie, I don't really know them. I think I can do a few of them. Teacher's in the chat room. She'll do them, I'm sure. We had a quick sing through Rudolph yesterday in her at the start of her lesson, and I think she knows them all. But I don't think I know them. I'm not sure I can sing it either. Oh, wait.
This is not the right one.
No, it doesn't have the start on, does it? I've mentioned I wasn't able to print out... Yeah, please, darling. I wasn't able to print out the words, so we don't know the words for the first bit.
But you don't want the music, I mean?
Yeah, maybe. That might be nice.
That would be helpful.
Okay. Although, having said that, this has got the English words, so...
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I've got the words up here on my phone. Let's give it a try, shall we? Well, yeah, come and stay, because we're going to sing the normal version first, and then we're going to sing a slightly different version.
Should I stay?
Sorry, Marie. Yeah, you stay.
Or
you
should
stay.
I go? Do you want this or not?
Just let me recap what that bit is that I couldn't do before. Yeah, I've got it. Okay, great. I think we're okay. Do you know this bit, James?
Yes, you do.
It's right in your nose.
Please don't.
Here we go. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows like a light bulb. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names like Pinocchio. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Let's go again. One foggy Christmas. Okay, sorry. Rudolph came to say, Rudolph with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, loved him.
Does they shout it out
With glee, yippee! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. You'll go down in history.
Jazz hands.
I was busy doing a major sixth chord, so no jazz hands from me.
That's fine.
Yes, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Tisha likes it. Danica and Jazz are in the chat room again. That's fantastic. Thank you very much.
I think it's called a chat room.
Well, what is it called then?
It's called live chat.
Okay.
Live chat.
It's Fernando
Okay.
and Filomena.
Live.
Oh
chat,
yeah, of course.
right.
Last week we didn't know this. I don't think they. I've had lots of messages from the Bulwul people that if folks don't have an account, they can't post in the
Yes.
No, I can't put chat on my Switch.
in the live
Yeah.
chat, not the chat room. The live chat, very important.
Yeah.
Thank you for our executive producer there. But we've got lots of people that aren't able to join in with that. One of whom is Fernanda and Filomela Fernando and Filomela
And
from Portugal. So
from
hi
Portugal.
to those guys. Thanks
hello.
so much. Thanks
and
for joining
Anna,
us,
of
folks.
course, and if Basilia and Christian and Bea are watching also, hello.
Yeah.
And lots of love and kisses. Mwah.
They're our Pokemon Go friends. And what was it? About a month ago now?
Yeah.
That we all did a remote Pokemon Go road together, didn't we? Wow, it was great,
lovely.
wasn't it? It made our
was
day.
so lovely.
Anyway, listen,
Sorry,
we've
Daddy.
got another version of Rudolph that me and James are going to do for
Can I
you.
get rid of this
Please
now?
do.
Thank you.
Like the other, A-Thorn that we just did there, I've got some recording of this. Now this version is not part of the Village Carol book. I believe this is a caroling choir from, I think, somewhere like Scarborough or something. I'm not totally sure. That did this version for the first time. And it's the standard words of Rudolph, but to the tune of Northfield, which as far as I can make out is an old Methodist hymn.
Yeah.
And I transcribed this a few years ago for the boys' choir. And it's a favourite of the boys,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
nice.
It's great, isn't it? It is great. So I hope you enjoy this, folks. Oh wait, sorry, I can't. I need to actually look what I'm doing. Okay, you ready, James? Shall we get some notes? So, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had. We've got it right. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
And if you ever
saw it, you would even say it glows. Would even say it glows.
And if you ever
saw it, you would even say it glows. Would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names.
They never
let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. In any reindeer games.
They never
let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. In any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, old Santa came to say,
Oh Rudolph
with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
Oh Rudolph with
your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him and just stood out with glee.
Rudolph the red-nosed
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Go down in history.
Rudolph the red-nosed
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Go down in history. Oh, I do like that one.
Thank you, James. That
I
was
don't have
lovely.
anything else to sing, Dad.
The BSL version at school. Oh, I can assume, Gillian, I think that's you, right? You're gonna have to tell me what the BSL version is. I'm afraid I don't know what that is. British Sign Language. I bet it's British Sign Language.
Oh my god.
Cool, nice. British Sign Language version
Matthew, James,
of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
ask you a question.
What was
I
the
have
question?
anything else to sing.
You do. You have the next one.
The next
But
one. So
before
should
we
I
do
go
that,
anywhere?
shall we light our Advent?
Yes, please.
Uh,
And you have been
kinda.
doing some.
Would you like to do it this week, darling? Or
No, you do. Thank
oh,
you.
privilege. We've got some extra colouring in done on our
It's lovely,
Advent
James.
calendar here. We've just got a little bit more here, James, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
You've been doing a great
Mummy
job
did say to not do any more, so there'll be an improvement on next week.
for next week. That's
Mummy
great.
said
Yeah.
that.
And my mum said,
Right, what did your mum say?
we have a family joke, don't we? It's always, Mum says, I've got
Yeah.
to say.
Yes.
So Mum says, I've got to say.
Samoin kun mulla äiti sanoo, että no niin.
What's that mean?
But this week,
Mum
the
says.
new one that we're lighting is Joy, because apparently, according to Mummy Burton, this week
Which
is
one?
the my Mum Burton.
Thank you.
According to Granny Barbara, Granny
Yeah.
Babs,
Granny Babs. Granny Babs.
this week is the Church Week of Joy.
No niin.
So there we go. Now I have to say, if she hadn't have said that, I would have gone for Hope, because that was kind of the theme of Bishop Paul's address this morning, wasn't it? On the
Oh, Mummy,
Yeah.
Mummy.
service while
You
we were
need to
playing
start
for it.
singing that Joy song.
Okay.
Go.
Would you like to do the tradition of taking the match off me, darling?
Oh, I would love to do that.
Thank you
I
very
feel
much.
so privileged.
Okay.
There is a big pile of them with your saw, with your hand saw, because everyone needs to
Yes,
have a
you need to
saw
put blaming.
underneath.
Blaming.
Oh, hi
on
Pete.
the
Good
wood.
to see you. Pete, I don't know if you've noticed the other ones that we've been doing. We did Athorn. I don't know if you were here for that. We did Northfield, the tune of Northfield for Rudolph just now, and we're about to do a Merry Christmas, but a slightly different one. We're going to do two versions, so we are going to finish with the proper one that everyone can sing along with.
Yep.
Now this version has got it's sort of a, I don't know, Christianized version, isn't it? As well as the actual We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Instead of the figgy pudding and everything,
Yeah.
it goes through with some sort of
Oh, but
slightly
Dad, Dad,
churchish
you've not said it yet. You've not
words.
said it. You need to like, subscribe, and retweet.
Okay, guys,
Yeah, you gotta do that.
and
No, I think we have you, darling, for that.
Yeah.
yeah,
you gotta do that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're saying it in a normal voice.
Yes.
If
Okay.
you're gonna,
Do you do yours?
all right. Okay, guys, this is Mr. Burton here on YouTube. I'm here this week to tell you exactly how to sing Sheffield Village carols. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that bell so you get the notifications. Is that right?
You forgot about retweeting. You
But-
need to retweet.
You can't retweet it because we're not on Twitter. All right, guys.
No, but you can actually send it on Twitter. You can do that.
So we're going to quickly sing the Sheffield Village version of We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and then we're gonna sing out with proper We Wish You a Merry Christmas as well. So we singers and one.
We singers make bold, as in days of old,
to celebrate Christmas and bring you good cheer. Glad tidings we bring of Messiah our King.
So we wish you a Merry Christmas. So we wish you a Merry Christmas. So we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The shepherds amazed as upwards they gazed.
Behold, holy angels to them drawing near.
singing goodwill to men, as onwards they came. So we wish you a Merry Christmas, so we wish you a Merry Christmas, so we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yes, join heart and hand to keep God's command, by loving to serve Him throughout the new year. In an innocent way, we'll be happy today. So we wish you a Merry Christmas, so we wish you a Merry Christmas, so we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So we wish you a Merry Christmas, so we wish you a Merry Christmas, so we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Nice. So I do like that one a lot.
Mum,
Thank you,
can I have
James.
some sweets?
In a minute.
In a minute. Okay, I will start counting. I will have sweets.
No way, Claire. It's not happening, I'm afraid.
I will have sweets in a minute. 1,
What are we not doing?
3.
Leah says that we've clearly made our son the most proud that we've ever made him, ever.
No, cringed out. That's the word. Cringed out.
Cringed out, okay.
Yes.
Off you
Yeah.
go now. Thank you.
Before we sing out with We Wish You a Merry Christmas, what we better say is next week we've the link to next week's stream is in the description below. So
Oh, is it?
it is.
Have you chosen the songs?
No, we haven't chosen the songs yet, have
Because I
we?
was going to say that. Okay.
So at the moment,
Alright.
there's no songbook yet for next week because we've not chosen the songs. It may well be slightly shorter next week because we have a carol service in the evening.
Yes.
Well, potentially two
Two.
carol services in the evening that I've got to go and play for. We vaguely have toyed with the idea of doing Last Christmas next week, haven't we? We're not sure about it. We're not sure whether we can pull it off. But we'll see. Sorry, I'm just catching with the chat again. So do have a look at the link for next week. I don't know if Leah's put a link to our sponsors in the chat again, but if she
Bertie
hasn't,
Learning.
do pop it in. Bertie Learning for the calendar if anyone fancies a nice little stocking filler there. They're meant to be giving us 50p for the privilege of having been mentioned on our
Yes.
YouTube sensation stream.
Do you have to put some tax on it?
I've no idea.
I don't know.
I've not even thought about that. Maybe I need to declare it for tax.
I was going to say,
To be fair though, we were meant to get a discount on the calendars that we bought last year and we never did, so I can't see us
I'm sure we
actually
did.
getting the 50p.
I'm sure we did. Anyway.
And folks, we're going to play out with the proper version of We Wish You a Merry Christmas. I need to get it up on my phone because again, I don't think the printer didn't work. There we go. So it's We Wish You a Merry Christmas and then bring us some figgy pudding. We won't talk up until we get some. We all like figgy pudding. I've got a feeling I've done those in the wrong order. Sorry if I have. And this is going to be the last one. So after this, we're going to just wave cheerio and look forward to seeing you all next week.
And thank you again.
Thanks for joining us.
Singing with us.
A couple of comments in the chat have been about husbands listening downstairs and stuff. So that clearly means that people are singing along properly. That's great to know, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
very
And
lovely.
again, thanks to those people that have emailed and said thanks for doing this. So that's wonderful. If you have got any suggestions for the songs next week, let us know. Although we won't promise. Also, by the way, Denise, I did get your email. I didn't reply. I apologise. Would you please send me a link to that song? Because I've looked all over on the internet. I know you gave me a CD once of it. You put it on a CD for me, and I have to confess, I don't know where it's gone. I'm really sorry.
Because we're so organised.
If you could send me a link, that would be great. So here is We Wish You a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. Oh, bring us have some figgy pudding and bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We all like figgy pudding. We all like figgy pudding. We all like figgy pudding. So bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks everybody.
Thank
See
you.
you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Why did it? Is it stopped?
It is.